Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa. Hello creatives, thank you again for tuning in for another episode with Fafa. And today we're going to be making that chicken light soup, the one that is packed with loads and loads of flavors, natural flavors of course, oodles of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory properties. It's just going to boost that immune system. So as you saw earlier, I got my chicken that was definitely cut into beautiful pieces and they were cleaned. To that I've added my blended mixture of ginger, garlic, onion, aniseed, yes, and allspice, which gives it that sort of nutmeggy sweet flavor. Now, in a previous video, I have covered my spice blend thoroughly, and I'll leave a link in the description box below, as well as link it at the top, so you can familiarize yourself with the flavors. I've gone into detail explaining as to why I've mixed those flavors and what benefits there are in doing so. The next thing I'm going to add is cinnamon. You're like, what? Exactly. Now, the reason why I've added cinnamon, it's great, or I'll say it's loaded with a lot of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. And anything that will boost my immune system, enjoying my favorite soup, why not? So yes, I've added that and also added my bay leaf. And I'll tell you something about bay leaf. It is incredible. Yet again, I have got a video that I'm editing now, and I'll go into detail as to why I've chosen these two main spices. Definitely. So at this point, the chicken has steamed for about 10 minutes, and now I'm adding my tomato puree, or tomato paste may I say, and I'm going to mix everything together until it's well combined. Now, my chicken of choice is either corn-fed chicken or definitely an organic chicken, because it just gets closer to that ifi akoko apamapoko clue taste. Yes. What did I say when I said ifi akoko apamapoko clue? It means organic chicken, really. Yes, because they are fed on corn, exactly. So it's reminiscent of my heritage again. And now I'm also adding star anise. So star anise helps fight viruses and flu. It aids with your digestive system. It stops the growth of bacteria and also reduces any respiratory congestion. So yes, this soup is definitely a powerhouse. Yes, absolutely. The next thing I've added some celery. That's got that sort of aniseedy flavor, and it's also gonna add that incredible flavor to this dish. I've got my tomato, and I've also used some banana shallots. You do not need to use the banana shallots. You can use your normal onions, not a problem, but this is what I had. So I'm just gonna mix all of this together, this beautiful powerhouse. And now on that medium to low heat, I'm going to be steaming everything together. Exactly. Now, what's the next thing on my mind? Okay, I need to bulk up the soup, but also I do love halloumi in my soup, or paneer. It really makes a big difference. Yes, having that cheese absorb that liquid. Anyway, back to this. It's optional, by the way, so yes, you don't need to add it, but it would make sense as to why I do add it later when I do talk about the bonus recipe, which is at the end of this video. So you need to watch this to the end. If you do like what you see so far, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Notification gang, thank you guys. Let's make the comment section excited again. I love you guys, you're so cool. And to my loyal subscribers, that love is deep. And yeah, yes, I'm adding my halloumi pieces because I want them to also absorb the flavor that is in here. Now, by including the halloumi to this, it means that you would use less salt because halloumi tends to be salty. In the absence of halloumi, you can use the Ghanaian wagashi, which is even better. Definitely. I wish I had that. I think I need to make that recipe. I've seen a few recipes. I'm like, okay, let me try it if it's that easy. Yeah, and if it works, yes, I'll let you guys know. And if it doesn't, I guess you'll never hear from it anyway. And I could just tell that the tomato and the onions and yeah, the celery are perfectly cooked. As you can tell, it's almost like falling apart. So I'm now going to be blending all of this together. So I will add some water to it and blend it, and I will strain it. So yeah, look at this. This is not any other food in Ndudu yala. Yes, and yeah, if so far you also still like what you see and you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please don't forget to do so and click the notification button so you do not miss any future videos. So now let's do some blending. So now that I have strained my tomato, onion, as well as celery blend, God, that was a bit of a mouthful, celery blend. Try and say that quickly, yes, and just tell me what you say. Celery blend, celery blend, celery. Anyway, forget it. You know where I'm going with this. I'm going to allow this to simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes. And just like now, I'm also going to be boiling my yam because I'm just going to have it with some boiled yam. Exactly. That's what I felt like having. And right before your eyes, this is just going to simmer and cook perfectly. Now do taste it for salt. And if you think it does require a little bit more salt, you can add it. At this point, I'm adding my okra, which is rich in magnesium, folate, fiber, antioxidants, vitamin C, K1, and A. And of course, I'm adding my bay leaf to finish this off. So when I say this is a super powerhouse chicken soup, it is. And of course, I've added my whole Scotch bonnet there. I've not cracked it because I just don't want it too spicy. But then if somebody tastes the soup and wants it spicy, they can then break that into their own soup. Exactly. And then they can sit in their corner and do, that's up to them with their runny nose. Anyway, so this is almost done. And I think I need to check on my yam. Because of course, when I made this, I was hungry. And at this point, the yam looks perfectly done. So now let me serve myself some goodness. Now, what was I even thinking by using a fork? nobody told me to change that into the spoon. Yes, because I had to scoop all this goodness and yes, reap the benefits. So here we have appears there is a stones. Now we're going to move on to the bonus recipe, which is rather simple. So it will involve spinach. So if you've got any leftover chicken soup and you follow this recipe to the T, yes, absolutely, yes. Then, of course, you would have eaten most of your chicken pieces. So to bulk it up, what would one do? Just boil an egg or two, or in this case, 4, and add to the soup. So you can see that I've left some of the halloumi in there as well, but you can use your wagashi as I mentioned. And I'm going to change the flavor of this. I'm going to add a few drops of fish sauce. Alternatively, you can use dawa dawa, which both has that umami flavor. Or better still, if you have a little bit of Kobe left, you can just break, let's say about a teaspoonful into it, and that will just give it that umami flavor anyway. So you see, this is not any other food. This is Ndudu by Fafa. You blend your spinach and you add it to it, and you've got your spinach and chicken soup. Now, I remember earlier in the year, I did a similar spinach soup for BBC. And of course, it was inspired by the ebunu soup. Gosh, did I get a lot of bashing for that. This is no ebunu, you need to add the bushmeat, you need to add this, whatever. I was just like, everybody has their own way of cooking, okay? But not only just that, the whole idea of that feature was to create a nutritious dish that was inexpensive with limited ingredients for the lockdown. And hence I did so. So yeah, it was a little bit on the disappointing side to find my own people criticizing that. So in the end, I think the name got changed to spinach soup. And then I got criticized as one said, why are you calling it spinach soup and you're not calling it ebunu, which is the original name for it? You cannot win. One thing I'd say as a food blogger or as a recipe creator, you just got to believe in your guts and push. Yes, you're going to have traditionalists, purists, you're going to have creatives. There are, plethora of people that will serve your own niche. So keep at it. Yes, exactly. And yeah, here we have our normal chicken soup that we'd also turn it into our spinach and chicken soup. Yeah. Now, don't you worry. I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu, so pass by and say hi. Norel, darling, thank you very much for my theme song. And until my next superfood video, do take care of you. And guess what? I love you for you. I'll see you at the premiere. Yes. Ndudu by Fafa. Nyawezulu Ndudu by Fafa nyeya. Koba Ndudu and Yukwelu Fafa. Come on Ndudu and blow Fafa. Alaba flavors are all